Today. I hope everybody is doing good. You know what? If you guys have been listening in the last few days, a lot of the stuff that I've been talking about has been very, very cerebral. I've been talking about a lot of psychology and things like that. And today I wanted to sort of, go off on a bit of a different tangent. I noticed that I've been working off of a desk a lot lately, and I know that with everything that's been going on, a lot of people are working remotely. That means that you're probably, or some people out there are probably working off of a desk a little bit more. They're probably sitting, they're probably at their computer more than they would be if this was a normal year, okay? And so, this is the Body, Mind, Soul project, so I wanted to talk about health and fitness a little bit, okay? And so, I was sitting there today doing some work, and I was thinking to myself that, what? I've been sitting around so much that I'm going to do one of my favorite exercises, which is planking, okay? So I did a bit of a plank routine, and then I thought to myself that, it would be nice to actually talk about what the benefits of doing planks are. So I want to start off just by talking about why it is that I got into doing planks, okay? So if you guys know anything about me, you guys know that I work full-time on my job and part-time on my dreams, okay? So what that means is that I'm always trying to find more time to do things, okay? People have different goals when it comes to their health and their fitness. Some guys are trying to be bodybuilders and things like that. That's not me. I have basically 3 goals for my health and fitness. One is to look good. I want to stay slim and maintain sort of the physique or improve the physique that I have. The other is to keep myself strong enough so that I don't get injured. And last but not least is so that I have more energy to actually, do things, because that's part of the reason why I like exercising, because it gives you such a huge boost of energy. In fact, sometimes I exercise multiple times in a day just to get that boost of energy, okay? So years ago, I used to exercise by going to the gym, okay? Like most people, I would drive to the gym, I would do my thing, I really enjoyed doing that. But then I realized that, it's taking me about 15 minutes to drive to the gym, 15 minutes to drive back. I've got to get ready, put my clothes on, change my clothes, get in the car, all of that. I'm working out for 60 minutes, and I'm actually wasting a lot of time just commuting, okay? So I decided that I was only going to work out from home. So first I started doing like beach body routines, if you guys know, like P90X, or like Insanity, those kind of routines and stuff. But then I transitioned to other calisthenics routines, which is like push-ups, chin-ups, those kind of things. And now my workouts almost 100% consist of either yoga or martial arts, which I do at home as well. And the reason I like those is because I consider those true body, mind, soul workouts, because I'm not the type of person that likes to work out a single body part. I think that is a bit of a waste of time for my goals. No disrespect to the people out there that are into the bodybuilding and stuff, but I'm looking for workouts that are doing multiple things for me at the same time, So I'm looking for workouts that are, making me more spiritual and making me stronger at the same time and making me smarter at the same time, So planking sort of fits into that, all right? I decided that I was only going to be working out from home. That meant that I needed to be able to find workouts that required a minimum amount of equipment, because I don't have money to buy expensive gym equipment and things like that. So, I started doing yoga, calisthenics, and martial arts, and the planking fits into the calisthenics or the yoga very, very nicely. Okay, and so ever since I started doing that, I found that I was able to save myself a lot of time, and still be able to maintain my physique and exercise regularly. Okay, so the reason I love doing planks is because planks are very, very simple. Okay, you don't need a special place. Like I could do planks right now, in this room. I could just get down and do a plank, I don't need any equipment. I don't need very much room. I don't really need anything. I can just get down and do a plank and get a workout, okay? Now, it's simple, but planks are not easy. It's a challenging exercise because it's working out multiple body parts, okay? And so, like I said, it depends on what everybody's goals are. If your goal is to be a bodybuilder, planking might not get you there. But if your goal is to just stay slim and look good, stay fit and make yourself strong enough so that you're going to avoid injury easily, then planking is a really, really good exercise. Because what planking is going to do is it's going to sort of tone the middle part of your body, which is kind of the main part of our body that we want to keep in good shape if we want to look good. So planking is terrific for that. Like I said, it can be done anywhere. You don't need any equipment. The whole body gets a workout, but especially your core. So especially the midsection area, the six-pack that everybody loves. Your back gets shaped, and then, of course, your legs and your booty also, okay? Okay, now here's, so what really helped me step up my plank game? So I used to do planks, and I used to struggle with them a little bit. I wouldn't do them very much, just like maybe a minute here or there. What I started doing is I started using this app, okay? This app is one that I'm going to recommend for anybody that really wants to get into planking. I'm just going to look at the name of it over here for you guys. Okay, it's called Plank Workout at Home. Okay, it's the 30-day plank challenge, and it's by Leap Fitness Group. All right, that's one of the best workout apps. There's 2 workout apps that I use, and this is one of them, by far one of the best apps. What's beautiful about this app is it's a 30-day plank challenge, and they start you from a very, very easy workout that just lasts like a couple minutes, and then they take you all the way up to a workout that lasts like 27 minutes by the time you get to day 30. But they do it slowly and gradually so that you're able to actually do it. And then the whole entire time, they've got modifications so that no matter what level you're at, you can actually do it. So within 30 days, you can dramatically increase the strength of your core by basically doing this 30-day challenge. I love 30-day challenges, okay? My personal plank routine is about 24 minutes, okay? It's 4 sets of, like front plank, reverse plank, both side planks and everything. And I was able to slowly, gradually work my way up because I did this 30-day plank challenge. I highly, highly recommend it, okay? One of the other reasons why I really like plank is because it's not just about the physical benefits of it. There's tremendous mental benefits about planking as well. Planking is about holding a position where you're uncomfortable, okay? And holding a position that you're uncomfortable in for a prolonged period of time is going to improve your discipline, okay? It's going to allow you to become mentally tougher so that whenever you're doing something that requires a little bit of mental toughness, you've sort of been working that mental toughness out because of the fact that you've been doing these planks, okay? So because once you start doing planks, or if you already do planks, you'll know that planks are like 90% mental, to tell you the truth, okay? All right, so 7 reasons why you should do planks. Reason number 1, okay? Improve total body definition, all right? Planks are going to work your whole body. Planks are going to work your chest, your arms, your shoulders, your midsection, your thighs, and your butt. So basically, all the way up from your knees to your shoulders, okay? Or your knees to your neck are all going to be getting worked out. That whole area is getting worked out and targeted with this plank exercise. And like I said, that's the whole middle part of your body, like arguably the most important part of your body is getting worked out, and your definition will improve over there, okay? So your whole entire body is going to start to get toned. You're going to see better definition immediately, okay? You're going to get stronger, actually, and you're going to be able to perform other exercises a lot better. So these days, you know what? Working out your core is a big time sort of catchphrase. It's all about, you got to work your core out. Got to work your core out. Well, planks are by far one of the best exercises to work your core out. And it's not just about working your core out because you want to look good or whatever. Working your core out is actually going to make it so that you're going to be able to avoid injury and to actually be strong. Like strong in the sense that if you have to lift something around the house and you want to do it without pulling your back or something, doing planks are going to, give you the type of functional strength that's going to allow you to just do day-to-day stuff without getting hurt. Okay? It's going to allow you to lift heavier weights because the stabilizer muscles in your midsection are the ones that are, responsible for sort of lifting things up like that, along with your legs. Increase sports performance, okay? Especially jumping higher. So if you play basketball, you're going to be able to jump higher by working your core out. But basically, playing any kind of a sport, especially tennis, people that play tennis, or if you watch tennis a lot, you know that the tennis swing has a lot to do with twisting, the waist. And the power is actually coming from twisting. You're not really swinging with your arm as much as you're swinging with your torso. So if you have a strong torso, you're going to be able to hit harder. I know that my tennis game has improved ever since I started doing planks. You're going to have more capacity to do exercises where you have to do side bending or any kind of waist twisting. And then, last but not least, it's going to give you a shapely booty, which is something that people are all about these days. Everybody's trying to get bootylicious or whatever. Okay, number 2, injury and risk prevention. Okay, so this is one of the main reasons why you want to do planks. So I'm going to tell you a little story about my wife, most beautiful woman in the world that I'm married to. She, God bless her. Unfortunately, one day there was a little bit of ice in front of our house, and she was going out. She was outside doing some things around the house. She slipped and fell on her back. Okay, she fell on her back, and unfortunately, she fell on her back pretty hard. It wasn't a really serious injury, but after that, she ended up getting some pain in her lower back. Okay, this pain in her lower back ended up lasting for years. And she went to the doctor, and the doctor basically said that, oh, you know what, this is chronic pain, and it's never going to go away. So, I hate when doctors do that. No disrespect to doctors, but how do you know if it's never going to go away? And just anyway, they basically told her that she was sentenced to a life of pain in her back. And he referred her to a physiotherapist. When she went to the physiotherapist suggested that she do exercises for her core, okay? And that's what she did. Later on, she started, doing martial arts, which really strengthens the core. And she takes karate, where they actually do a lot of planks. And then she also did the plank challenge, with me, the 30-day plank challenge, the one that I recommend for everybody. And guess what? Lo and behold, her lower back pain has disappeared. Okay? She cured herself of this lower back pain by strengthening her core. So that's what, if any of you guys are suffering from any kind of back pain, then doing planks are probably your best friend. They may be able to make it so that back pain goes away. Okay? So planks are going to allow you to exercise your core without putting too much pressure on your spinal column. Okay? So there's a lot of exercises out there that actually doing the exercise puts a lot of pressure on you, but doing planks is a way of exercising the body without actually, putting it in risk of injury. Okay? It reduces back pain, like I discussed, and then it gives a strong support for the whole back, including the upper and lower back. So what that means is it's going to reduce the back pain, that you currently have if you do it consistently. And then it's going to make it so that in the future, you're not going to be able to get that sort of back pain again, because it's going to provide a strong support for your whole back. Your back is going to be stronger. Okay? All right, number 3, increase boost to your metabolism. All right? So if you have a friend who, no matter what they eat, never gets fat, okay? That's the guy or the girl that has a very high metabolism, okay? All my life, people said that to me, that, oh, you know what? Because if you know me, you know that I kind of eat like a pig a little bit, okay? I love to eat, and people will look at me, they'll see how much I eat, and then I've never been overweight in my life, and they'll think that, oh, you know what, you have this metabolism, that's amazing. That's not true. I work out every single day of my life, pretty much without fail, I do something for my body. So that's what people don't see. All they see is me eating a lot and being slim and them thinking that it's my metabolism. Okay? But the fact that I work out makes it so that my metabolism is always high. So when you're doing planks, the core group of muscles, so when they talk about your core, they're talking about this belt of muscles that includes the muscles in the front, these oblique muscles in the side, and then the muscles in your back, as well as the muscles in your butt. Okay? So that core group of muscles represents such a large group of muscles that when you do planks and all of those muscles get put under strain because you're working them out, it's driving so much blood flow into that area that it's going to significantly boost your metabolism. Okay? What that means is that you're going to be burning calories even when you're sitting around doing nothing. You know? To tell you the truth, you're going to be burning calories even when you sleep if you can boost your metabolism up. Right? So even doing a small workout, a 1 to 10 minute workout before or after work is going to keep it so that your metabolism is going to be boosted and it's going to remain high all day. Right? And like I said, you can do it anywhere. You know, you don't need any setup for it. That app will help you a lot. Okay, number 4, improve posture. Okay? All my life, I suffered from terrible posture. Okay? I always slouched. Okay? You know, like I had sort of pain in my upper back because of that, right? Whenever I would sit, I was slouching. When I was standing, I'd be slouching. All my life, I suffered from bad posture. Okay? Doing planks cured me of my bad posture because I put myself in a plank position, and literally when you're in a plank, you know, you're putting yourself in what is the ideal posture. So if you're used to holding that position when there's so much strain on you by holding that position against the force of gravity, then holding that position when you're standing up becomes much, much easier, and it becomes sort of like your default, you know? It becomes habit for you to use that kind of posture instead of bad posture, okay? So planking is going to dramatically improve your posture. And improving your posture has numerous benefits. First of all, you know, having good posture makes you feel more confident, you know? So I've talked about it in other videos. You know, if you want to change how you feel, the number one way to do that is to change your physiology, you know? If you're slouched like this, you know, and you're looking down and have a bit of a frown, how do you think you're going to feel? You're going to feel like somebody who's depressed. But if you're sitting up straight, your chin is up, and you got a smile on your face, then believe me, you're going to be feeling good. So having better posture changes how you feel. That is a huge difference because how you feel is your life, you know? So another thing that having good posture does is it makes you look better, you know? If you look at somebody with better posture, they look like they're healthier, and without you even realizing it from a subconscious standpoint, you kind of judge that person, but in a good way, as compared to somebody with bad posture. You immediately put the person in good posture into this basket over here, because this is what our mind does all day long. We're constantly sorting, we're putting people into groups and that kind of stuff. It's just part of being human, you know, and having a mind. But when you see somebody with good posture, you immediately associate good posture with somebody that is healthier and more confident, okay? And then having good posture is going to reduce back pain. One of the main reasons why, you know, chiropractors make a lot of money is because people sit like this all day, and then they got to go to and have chiropractic adjustments and things like that because their posture is so bad, okay? Another thing is that when you have bad posture, you're putting more pressure on your bones and joints. You know, so other parts of your body are having to compensate for the fact that you don't have good posture. You know, and that means that over time, those parts of your body start to get worn down a little bit, okay? And then if you have better posture, the overall effectiveness of your muscles is going to be improving, okay? All right, number 5, improve balance, okay? Now, I told you guys that I do yoga, okay? So I'm like I'm like an amateur yogi. I love doing yoga. I think yoga is one of the best exercises. It's like the ultimate body, mind, soul exercise because it's like a moving meditation. Okay, and it gives you flexibility and strength and all that stuff. I'll talk about yoga in a separate video. Okay, but in yoga, there's a lot of difficult postures that you have to hold. And you have to balance. All right. Now, there's a few postures that I always struggled with. There's a couple of the warrior postures where you're sort of lifting the one leg up and your torso is leaning forward, your other leg is lifted, and you're basically balancing on your one leg. Okay. For the life of me, I'm having a mental block right now, and I can't think of the name. I think it's Warrior 3. Anyway, I used to struggle with that posture quite a bit. Okay. And basically holding that stance. Ever since I started doing planks, my balance game has gone up, to the next level. So now I can hold postures like that for a very, very long time, and it's all to do with the fact that I started doing planks. Okay. So if you add planks and then side planks to that, so that you're working your obliques as well, that's going to basically improve performance in any sport that you play, especially racket sports. So if you like to play tennis, squash, badminton, those kind of sports rely a lot on the rotation of the torso as well as having good balance and stability. In fact, my brother-in-law, who's an avid tennis player, was doing his own workout, that he had. It was a workout that Roger Federer does, and Roger Federer was promoting it. And so he started doing this Roger Federer workout, and it was all planks. It was basically all a core workout, okay? And that's Roger Federer, one of perhaps the greatest tennis player of all time. And his main workout outside of tennis is all to do with core and planks. So it's going to dramatically improve your balance if you start planking. So, that's a lot of benefits, people. That's a lot of benefits. So number 6, okay, improve flexibility, all right? So when you're holding that plank position, either straight arm plank or forearm plank, it's going to stretch out your shoulder blades, your shoulder, and your collarbone, okay? So you're actually improving your flexibility by stretching, the parts of your body out. Then on top of that, your hamstrings are getting stretched because you're keeping your legs completely straight. And then the arches of your feet are being stretched as well as your toes are being stretched. Okay? And if you add side planks to that, then also your obliques are going to start to get stretched. Okay? So just like yoga is an exercise that also improves flexibility, planks, in fact, plank is a posture in yoga, so it makes sense that it would also be improving flexibility. Okay? And then last but not least, I want to talk about the mental benefits, okay? So you guys know I'm all about the psychology around here, and, all exercises have tremendous mental benefits, In fact, if you're not exercising on a regular basis, probably the biggest thing that you can do to improve your performance in anything that you do is start working out regularly, So, like all forms of exercise, when you work out, there's endorphins that get released, okay? And plank is no different. So those endorphins get released, and that improves your mood, okay? But planks do improve your mood in a bit of a special way because they actually stretch and release tension in places where we store a lot of tension, such as our shoulders and lower back. So if you're working at a desk all day, like myself, I pretty much work a desk job, and that means that, sometimes, if I'm not keeping my posture up, it's going to put pressure on my shoulders and my back, my lower back and stuff. So when I actually do planks, it's going to make it so that the tension that's been building up in those areas gets released, okay? So, even your thigh muscles and your leg muscles are going to be getting tight from sitting all day, right? And, this kind of thing, sitting all day, it puts a lot of stress on your nerves and muscles. So planks actually have a calming effect, And they can be used to treat anxiety and depression if done on a daily basis. Because when you go into that plank position, all of those parts of the body that are holding that stress are going to be forced to kind of let that stress go, because you're going to get into, that your body's going to be in the proper alignment, and it's going to be able to release that stress. Okay? And then, I want to talk about the mental benefits of it, and I can't forget talking about the improved discipline and mental toughness that planks are going to give you. So, even just sitting in one position like this and not moving with your eyes closed for 2 or 3 minutes is difficult for people, okay? Because it requires patience, it's basically what meditation is. If I was to sit down and I was to close my eyes and just sit still for 3 or 4 minutes, after about 20 to 30 seconds, there's going to be a bit of a chatter going on in my brain that's going to be telling me that this is boring, why don't you get up, do something? And that is sort of this internal dialogue that is going on. And, it's something that we want to be very aware of and be able to control. And that's going to try and get me to stand up. It's going to make it so that I'm not as patient as I could be, And patience is something that is very, very valuable to have. So the same thing happens when you do planks, but it's even worse. Because if I'm just sitting here like this, no part of my body is under any strain. But still, this internal dialogue is going to start to try and get me to stand up. Even though I've decided that this is what I want. And if I don't have the discipline to just sit for a couple of minutes without this internal chatter talking me out of it, then I'm not going to have the discipline to be able to do anything difficult in life before the internal chatter talks me out of that as well, So planks are taking this to the next level, because I'm not just sitting in a position where there's no strain on my body. When I'm in a plank position, there's definitely strain on my body, and planks can be, quite challenging physically. So then not only are they challenging physically and your muscles are feeling fatigued, you've got this internal dialogue that you have to learn to control for you to maintain that plank, And doing that over and over again on a daily basis is going to improve your discipline and mental toughness by leaps and bounds. Like I said, planks are 90% mental, okay? So, I want to thank you guys so much. I know I've taken up, many minutes going over this, but, I'm passionate about planks. Once again, I highly recommend downloading the plank workout, doing the 30-day challenge that they have over there. That's a great place to start with your planking. Start planking today if you can. Do that 30-day challenge. It has modifications, so that you can, even if you're finding the exercise is too difficult, you can come down on your knees, do planks on your knees, and you can basically start at any level. And so start right away. The one thing that I want to say is that, I'm not a doctor, so if you have had any previous injuries or if you've got health issues, then you should probably consult a physician, okay? Before you start any sort of a workout. I want to thank you guys so much. I hope you guys got something out of this. If you did, please like this video and share it with your friends and stuff. Have a great day. Bye-bye.